everyone, and welcome back to Whiskey Trek. I'm Jackson.
I'm Natalie.
And tonight we're doing a really fun blind about different Elijah Craig barrel-proof batches. So today I finally got the chance to buy Elijah Craig C923, which is hotly anticipated largely because of its age statement, 13 years and 7 months minimum age statement, which is the highest we've ever seen from an Elijah Craig barrel-proof. And it's 133 proof, which is the highest that that's been in a very long time. So we're all really excited to get into it. Before we start drinking them though, let me tell you what batches are in this blind. We have C921, C922, C923, and B522. Those are the available batches that I have here at home. Plus I do have a private select 11 year, which I decided to exclude from this. So, yeah, let's go ahead and jump in. Let's start with glass A. We both have the same letters, so A, and let's start there.
Great.
All right. Buttery oak.
Butter. It took me a while to get oak, but definitely butter.
Yeah. It's very buttery.
I was going to say butterscotch, but it's not sweet enough smelling to be butterscotch, but when you said butter, I was like...
It's, yeah, much more savory and, yeah, it's not sweet enough for butterscotch, you're right.
It's got more of a spice punch than on the nose.
Really? I actually think it's sweeter than it was on the nose. Not a bad start, but let's go on to B.
Ooh, I got coffee like bam.
Yeah, like a really light roast coffee.
Yeah.
Not a coffee bean. I'm actually talking brewed coffee
Yes.
with cream.
I should have specified. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Something that
Ooh,
would
I got a hit of citrus there. The wind picked up,
Whoa.
and I got a burst of orange peel. Wow, a lot more citrus.
Yeah, taste
Wow.
it.
It's crazy how different that is. And on the nose, I still got that same butter and oak. But this one has more going on. And that palate is not as sweet as the last one, but it is much more interesting. That is a ton of orange peel on that, which I find super intriguing. Because usually citrus notes are reserved for rye. So really interesting about that. Yeah. I'm ready to move on to C. How about you?
Let's do it. Ooh.
Okay. Now this one, that butter and oak is persistent through all of these, but dark fruits.
Okay, I was gonna say again. I thought of the rum that we had an hour ago.
It does smell kind of like that. All right, so I'm getting a lot of wood sugars, like caramelized wood sugars. It's that oak and almost molassesy sugar smell. I think the nose is just so much better than the others. It's crazy. But let's go to D.
Yes.
All right, the butter's back.
Oh my gosh.
The butter is back.
I felt like, you know when you walk into one of those frozen yogurt shops and you can just smell all the sweet toppings?
Sure.
That, I know it's very specific,
This.
but that's what this smells like.
All right. Now, when you're talking last time about just your plain old good sweet bourbon, that's kind of what I'm getting on this one.
Interesting. I
Um,
have to compare the two.
I'm gonna definitely want some water.
Yeah.
And maybe that'll help reset my
Yes.
palate. All right, now let's go back through. Do you want to start with A again, or do you want to start from D?
D.
All right, we'll go back D to A. Caramel,
Yeah.
lots of caramel, a lot. Not nearly as nutty as it is on the nose. You get a hint of it, just a little hint. Butter, big time. But yeah, not those fruit notes that I was finding on the other stuff. Not as much of that. See, now that's a nose I can get behind.
I don't know why it smells more like cologne this time. Like a good smelling cologne, but usually I don't get that from...
You mean like floral or
Not really. Not really
just
floral.
perfumey?
But not in the bad way. I feel like whenever you say perfumey, it's never in a glowing way.
Yeah, sometimes yes, sometimes no. It kind of just depends on the situation. Like a lot of Maker's products are very perfumey on the nose. It's my first one.
Okay.
Okay, it's B. I'm getting the perfume.
Okay. I'm getting the Bath and Body Works vanilla. Mine actually smells better.
Hey, glasses matter.
Glasses matter.
Glass matters. All right. Wow, the buttery sweetness.
Seems mild compared to these two. But again, it is the last one that we were trying, so.
All right, you want to do some deliberations and then we'll come back and give a final verdict?
I would like to do that.
Fantastic. All right, and we're back and we have done some deliberating and we both have our final scores. And you know what? The spice is starting to settle in. My tongue is a little singed.
Same.
You know, you start to really feel it. And we've had water throughout this, so it's not for a lack of water.
That's true.
All right, Natalie, let's start with last place.
Okay.
D.
No way.
Yep.
D, okay. Why?
I picked D last because I thought that it was just pretty plain, simple, sweet bourbon. And I thought that there were other things in this group that were like that as well. But I thought that there were other things that did it a little bit better for reasons that I'll get into later.
I'm going to chalk this up to the difference of our glasses.
Could be.
Continue.
It could very well be. All right, third place. A.
C.
Why?
Honestly, C was going to be last place, and then I tried it on a fresh tongue, and it gave it just enough extra flavor and depth. I thought it died quickly the first time.
Really?
Yes. And then I tried it again after water, and I was like, it's more complex than I thought. I didn't give it a chance at first. It's good.
All right. A was basically, to me, a little evolution of D. It was that same buttery oak note, but I got way more of that butter on all the nose and the palate. And that butter note was so intriguing, I just couldn't ignore it. And I was like, it's as sweet and it's as, like, complex, but it's that little extra something, and it's that buttery note. It's just so much more prevalent. I couldn't not do it.
All right.
All right, second place.
B. Hey.
Same. I think we both agree here. It's the citrus note.
Yeah.
That orange peel on the palate is so interesting. Yeah, I just loved it because of that. Because it's still sweet and it's still oaky, right? But that front burst of citrus, the orange peel, is so cool. All right, so first place for you, D. First place for me is C. I'm obsessed with the nose on C. It smells so good. I think that I don't get why you said it falls off short. I think it has the longest finish of any in this group. And I find it to be as complex or more than the rest of them. And it includes that favorite note of mine, that dark fruit note. I love that dark fruit note.
I should have guessed you would say that then.
So why D?
Honestly, D was not the crazy hottest. It didn't leave an uncomfortable burn, which I don't mind. Like, none of these, the burn irritated me at all. But this was a comfortable, delicious, sweet drink that I would go back for again.
All right, so how do we want to do this? All right, so A, which was my third place and your last place. So combined, our least favorite, A. B522. Pretty shocking, actually. Wait. Yeah, pretty shocking, actually, because I had high hopes for this one. I remember, and don't get me wrong, I love this bottle. It's got that crazy butter note on it. So, very happy that I have this, and I love it, and I'm a little shocked it came in last. So, all right, let's see what's next. B. Wow, I happened to just grab B. All right. B was my second place and was your second place. So, second place is C922. So, last year's C batch. C922. Crazy orange peel on the nose. And C, my first place, your third place, right? Yeah. All right. My first place, her third place, the brand new C923, which I think is just, I think you're crazy.
I think you're crazy.
Which means that D, your first place, my last place, is C921, and I think that that absolutely tracks with based on how much I've had.
Yeah.
Yeah. Knowing how I preferred these batches previously, and I didn't pour these, she didn't pour these, so we didn't know. I have obviously had the most time with these, and I've always preferred B522 to C921, so no shock there. Shocking that you picked it first, babe.
I know.
Well, for me anyways, the King, the new one, came out on top. Highly recommend. I think it's great. Now, let me just say, it wasn't necessarily worlds above the rest of these. They were all really close. For me, it was that extra step at every level.
Yeah.
And that's why I liked it best. It was the extra complexity, the extra proof, the extra flavor, the dark, rich notes, the oak notes. So for me, it just did everything a little bit better. All right, guys, and that will be it for us tonight at Whiskey Trek. Thanks for hanging out, and let us know what you guys think about Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, and let me know if you have found and bought a C923 and what you might think of it. Cheers.
Cheers.